The new Glory Store is insanely good. Rank 565 Weapon X tears its way into the battle realm, and have Kabam gone too far with the new potions? Yes, hello everybody and welcome back to the Monday edition of Marvel Contest of Champions news. I've got a really fun video dropping later on, which is my 6-star opening with a little bit of added Cavalier Crystal opening as well. Make sure you got post notifications on all, so when the video drops, you'll get to see it when it pings up, because it should be a good one. Obviously, just a little personal note from me. This weekend has been nice for me to just have a little bit of a break away from the game, and I would welcome people just to have a small little break between just large hours of grinding in the game, just to do some physical exercise, open up a window, get some fresh air into wherever you're exercising, just do some floor routines, some squats, you know, maybe some lunges, maybe some press ups, maybe some sit ups. A combination of different things is always good to get a bit of exercise, a bit of cardio, get that fresh air coming into wherever you are, especially if you're doing any self-quarantining. Now, just before we get into news, I want to give, as always, a massive thank you to my current patrons, YouTube members, and Twitch subscribers. If you want to give a free Twitch sub and have an Amazon Prime account, you can do by going to the link in the description or seeing the on-screen thing as it stands. I'll be doing a few more Twitch live streams, and I will be continuing to do that, especially with people needing a little bit of interaction, someone to talk to. So come along to the live chat whenever you see that. Also, as well, on the second channel, I'll be live streaming as well some different games just to mix it up, because it doesn't have to be all about MCOC, even though this is an MCOC video. Let's get into the news. Our first bit of news up is all about Kabam. Kabam have done good. I know that sounds very weird to say, but yes, they did something good and they sorted out the Glory Store, even though this should be a scalable thing from different months to different months, looking at the way the game progresses, the need for more resources, and also the way that the Glory Store has been out of touch with certain end game materials and where it needs to move on. The most amazing positive change comes in shape and form of the tier 2 alpha and a tier 5 basic. Yes, you could say other items are pretty good as well, but the fact is, for me and where I am currently, tier 2 alpha is what I need the most. Lesser to agree with tier 5 basic, but I really do feel strongly that Kabam have done better by, instead of taking that 1,800 with that tier 2 alpha was, now up to 7,200 per purchase. And in the feedback, there's also a few other things that Kabam have done right by the player base. Some people are even liking the fully formed tier 4 class catalyst crystal that is now in there. So I think there's something for everybody with this. So good job, Kabam. But unfortunately, where there's compliments, there must be criticism. And that is all to do with the Alliance War potions and Alliance War boost situations, which, let's face it, at this moment is very weird. On the 8th of April, you're going to see a different type of health potion that you can buy, which will be in a potion store, and as well the potency has increased, but obviously with the increased potency comes an increase with units, which can be seen here, which, let's face it, is quite extensive. And as well, it's a bit different from us saying, right, well, is anything good on offer with the loyalty store, the Glory Store? No, it's unit cost, unfortunately. And yeah, it's kind of disappointing that these are mode specific. So is it a case that you can use one in one and one in the other? No. The confusion really lies with the reading of this, how this comes across. So these are mode specific, which means that Alliance potions and revives will only work in Alliance quests, and Alliance Wars potions and revives will only work in Alliance Wars. So yeah, that reads to me as if, like, well, what's the point of the other things like Alliance Quest / Alliance Wars and the usage of them? If you buy something in the loyalty store, yes, you get to use it on both types of things. Now it's a case that, right, you have to buy Alliance Quest for Alliance Quest stuff and Alliance Wars for Alliance Wars stuff. Obviously, does this change any aspects of the Glory Store, the Loyalty Store, on things that you get something that's cross-mode usage? Well, according to Kabam, you're safe with that. And doesn't say anything about the Loyalty Store, but I don't know, I hope that it's a case that that's not affected as well, because you can pick up some really nice revives or health potions from the Loyalty Store. It's granted it's quite expensive, about 42,000 loyalty, but still, you know, if you're looking to lower down your cost per grind, then it can be quite effective for you, depending on your loyalty spend and as well your glory spend, but you know, mainly with the loyalty spend. The other further disappointing thing about this is that where you would have like the standard boost, you know, the green one, the one that's got the health and attack and other ones as well, you cannot stack them with these new Alliance Wars boosts. So basically it's like saying, look, you know, you can use one or the other, you can't use both, but we're implementing a second type of Alliance Wars boosting. So yeah, I don't know. I'm not really overly happy with a lot of these new kind of things. It's a thing, right? But the fact is, does it encourage more spending? Yeah, this is all about encouraging more spending in different ways. So it's a little bit disappointing to see. But what are your thoughts on this particular issue? Put it down in the comment section down below. Your thoughts on Alliance Wars and AQ specific potions and boosts. What's going on with this? Also as well, just kind of a sidewind on this topic. This is something that was meant to be out. Well, I don't know. I thought this was going to be released at some point very soon. A more increased potency revives and health potions. And obviously, Kabam may have chosen to go a different route with it. So basically, it's higher tier or higher level of potions and revives. But yeah, nothing's come of it. Next up, and Doombot. Shout out to MCC Concierge. And the fact is, we've got info on these Doombots. So if you're interested, go to the link in the description to take it out. And as well, sign up for the concierge service, because obviously you get some good info. So Mutant Doombot is going to be L1 Iceman and L2 is Mr. Sinister L2. So, you know, it's important to get this information down and understanding it and take your distances and just get the info in a very kind of quick succession. You know, Aegon for your L1 with a skill 1, L2 is Karnak's L2. Most of the time, just stick to the L1 if you can. That seems to be the best type of strategy. Electro with the L1, Quake L1, the L2 when it's a Science Doombot, etc, etc. Go to the link in the description to get that info if you're looking to prepare to go against these Doombots. Next up, and in Weapon X Wolverine news, if you wanted info on this champion, just see him in action. This is Wolverine Weapon X. This is brought to us by Trucos and MCOC Journal, and it's really exciting to see this play out. Now, you know this champion is going to be a Legends champion, which kind of sucks because I really would have liked to have had an opportunity to get him, but it may be down the line you will get an opportunity to get him, especially in crystals and stuff like that. I doubt this would ever go into arena, but the fact is, if I could get a chance to go at the crystals, I'd love to. Mainly because I'm a massive Wolverine fan, and this is the disappointing thing I have with Kabam, that they decided to put this specific champion rather than say an Elder or something that doesn't really look like it's a just normal character into the mix of the Legends titleage. But this is really exciting to see the extent of damage output. And first of all, you're going to see the bleeds being all ramped up. And you can see the awesome regeneration power this champion will have if he's hit multiple times. Not to mention the fact that the bleed is stacking nicely. This particular fight was built by Trucos to have a 1 million hit pool for Gwenpool, and now at the moment building up some really nice ticking bleeds. Which, look, let's face it, if you're looking to get this as a consistent, then it is really kind of good to see this, especially with a heavy attack motion, which is being done at the moment. Just nice seeing that, nearly kind of approaching about 3k when it comes to bleeds, and obviously it's back down to rescale it up. But let's face it, this is a 1 million hit pool fight, so it is really cool to see the extent of damage output that this champion has. If you did want to go and see what's happening with this champion in this fight, then go to the link in the description. It will take you to the MCOC Journal's YouTube channel. And as well, seeing that unblockable effect is so cool as well. The way that Unstoppable works is really nice, and also the damage output, that kind of attack up type ability. It's not Fury, it's passive Fury, but yeah, it's still really cool. Next up, and let's talk about Dr. Doom. For a lot of players that are doing AQ at the moment, you'll know that Dr. Doom is a champion you're going to face off against. Now, what are some key strategies or things to note, and also good counters when going up against this, especially if you are a boss killer within your alliance, or it's a case you want to have a go yourself at taking on Dr. Doom. So yeah, you got Human Torch, She-Hulk, Void, Beardo. Oh, Beardo's a nice one. Ghost, as well as Quake. I mean, everyone says Quake, don't they? Quake. Spider-Gwen, someone said about using. Guaranteed evade, unblockable specials. A lot of champions that kind of work well. I mean, I like Stark Spidey for it, but that's just me at the end of the day. You know, someone saying Void is great for him. Cap Infinity War with Tech, Purify, Petrify stops aura, so that's another thing as well. Same thing with She-Hulk doing is stopping that, using Petrify to stop that aura of Hazareth. Kabam Zibik coming in with some helpful suggestions. So if you are looking for some helpful options to counter, then go to the link in the description down below and go over to this link. Also, in other news, if you didn't know already, that we've got episode 9 out of the Contest Round podcast. This is a very cool one. This one was shot and recorded with Royal Marshall, and basically we cover a lot of things. First of all, we talk about champion acquisition, so trying to get specific champions for different types of content, especially based on how Kabam creates certain nodes to go, look, this champion is the best for this, and how to get that champion being such a difficult thing. We talk about the game economy, feeling green event, the rainbow calendar being a bit of a troll, and so many other topics. So go to link in the description and check out episode 9 of the podcast. Now on to our final story, which is arena predictions and results. So my predictions for round 2 are down below, but as well, let's talk about the results. Now my predictions may have been slightly off, but let's just have a look at this. So Black Knight, thanks for sending this through, did a position 43 with 40 million. H-Pack did a position 120 with 35 mil. So my prediction last week was 30 mil flat, but the fact is it could be, it could be not. You'll have to check back with Marvel Contest Champions Trucos later on, but I have gone with this being a 35 mil for round 2 based on being secure in actually getting the bag and getting this champion. Now with the 4-star version, I did think this was going to go for 5.5. Some people were saying that this champion was actually being got at 5.8. So could it be 5.5 as I predicted? I doubt it, and I would largely go with 6 mil for round 2. But because this is so a, well, difficult thing, I would probably say 6.2 to 6.5 to actually be safe, because that's the problem. 698 position is kind of close to position 800, so obviously you want to feel secure in getting this champion. But at least with Arcus, it's a case that, well, I overshot for this one. So 2.7 mil I predicted. Looks like he actually went for 2.1 mil, which is kind of incredible. But I would largely say with this, put 2.4 mil in just to be 100% sure and safe that you're getting it. Some people are putting up 2 mil and we're getting 11% to 25%. But look, I think that you want to be safe in your round 2 grind. 2.4 mil is my prediction. And there we have it. That has been Marvel Contest of Champions news for Monday. Make sure to come back to the channel later on today, because we'll be doing the 6-star opening, and as well I'll be doing some featured Cavaliers. These 2019 Cavalier crystals actually seem quite interesting to me, so I'm actually going to open up some of them and make a nice little video of it. So wish me luck in a slight whaling out, I don't know, and also some 6-star luck. Fingers crossed with some decent champions, including can I awaken my Aegon 6-star? That is what we're hoping for later on. Check out some recent content there, check out some other stuff there, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye for now.